getting closer. For us, we just want to squeeze, you know, the time that we have left for preparation, into this week. For us, it's a little different game week, right? Playing on a Thursday night, but like these guys, man, are taking on everything that we're putting in front of them, and they're doing a good job, man. They're giving like the energy and effort. I think the energy and effort has started to, rise and climb, and I think, I talk to our coaches. We have to be the fire starters in this deal, and like what we do, they follow, and they've done a great job.
It'd be nice to play a rookie quarterback, but this guy's pretty good.
Yes.
He's shown that. Richardson.
Yes.
They got a running back that's aces.
Yes.
Tight end. They got everything. I mean, the quarterback's got a lot of stuff to work with there, right?
Yeah, like Central Michigan's a talented, football team, and here's what you know about McElwain. Coach McElwain, haven't gone against him before when he was the head coach of Florida, and I was at Vandy. I mean, we faced each other like when we played against each other in the Big Sky. So I've known Jim for a long time. Really good coach. They run the football well, but I think what's different about Central Michigan is that they throw the football well too, and he's got weapons. Everybody talks about the running back being a good runner, but I think, when you look at, 35, 40 plus catches, it tells you a lot about what his skill set is. And then the tight end is probably the next great one to come out of Central Michigan. So I think, wideouts, are really what they're looking to see who's going to come along. But they've got a returner like in number 6 who had 40 plus catches. This is going to be a ball game where we're going to get in the first quarter and see exactly who they are. It's one of these deals where you can guess and imagine all you want to, but they've got good running backs, they got good tight ends, and they've had some good transfer wide receivers come in.
With the depth that you have at the defensive line, there's obviously a lot of different combinations you could go with. How do you kind of manage that? I imagine that's an advantage, but how do you kind of expect to manage just the different rotations you could do at defensive line?
You know what? We just want fresh horses in the game. I mean, like for us, we talked about it. It's goons, goblins, and gremlins. That's how we talk about ourselves: goons, goblins, and gremlins. And nobody really cares, man, who's the first guy. Everybody wants to be a guy. And so with that, everybody's expected to, play their role, do their job, and that D-line rotation is going to come in big for us. We need it.
With Tyler Lacey listed as that defensive end role, how do you see him maybe stepping in kind of with the versatility where he can be a little more of an edge rusher this year?
Yeah, well, Lace has gotten a little bigger, a little stronger, a little faster. He can play outside, he can play inside. We just want to make sure that all these guys, I mean, there's so much flexibility, like you said, like with the question earlier. I just think, the game is always going to dictate what the rotation is going to be. Is it a power game? Is it a speed game? And we're going to get our best players on the field.
How confident are you in the linebacker? Because that's where it's really the most new on this defense.
Yeah.
They're kind of coming in with you.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, we're all new, so we're all learning at the same time. And like, here's the thing. I think it is by committee. I think everybody has stepped into their roles, and like there's guys that are playing extremely well. There's guys, man, that are getting better as we go through the process. And what we're going to have to do is just make sure, again, it's hard to replace those guys that just left, but it's money ball here. We're going to take all those guys and make sure that the production, still counts for us. Because at the end of the day, we still got to make tackles. We still got to find the football and get ourselves off the field.
Just one or two more for Coach Mason.
This will be a lot of the fan base's first extended look at Mason Cobb. What stands out about him?
I think Mason is. I've had a chance to talk to Malcolm, a couple of times, and really thought his football IQ was through the roof. I thought he really, cared about his team. I think Mason is in the same mold. His gifts are a little different, right? But when you look at his ability to find the football, to track the football, and he owns the middle. I think he's what you're looking for when you start talking about inside backers, man, because he communicates extremely well, and he's demonstrative about his communication. And that's what matters. When he says, hey, man, it's tight right, and guys are like, okay, it's tight right, I'm going to slide over, let's play. So, like, that's really what you're looking for as you go through it, through the process of seeing camp and watching guys. But I think his energy has brought everybody else's energy up. In that room, I think all these guys are now confident because I think they all see themselves as being valuable and valued.
Obviously, the secondary lost a little bit of guys to the transfer portal this year, but how have you rated the secondary through spring and fall and now going into the CMU game?
Hey, man, we're competitive and combative. We come out every day, man, to work. These dudes got a hard hat and a lunch pail, and regardless, who was here, these guys are the guys that are here now. I think it's a talented secondary with veteran leadership, guys, man, who do have bowl experience and game experience. And now what we got to do is make sure, man, that we continue to trust in the process and trust in one another. Okay, man. They say something here, man, that always makes sense to me. It takes 11. So last time I checked, that's the number we use to play football.